Hi guys, welcome to Kiki TV. I am Keisha Noel Hare. I am a holistic psychotherapist and trauma therapist in private practice, and I started this channel so that I could spread this education about how you can be your best self and live your best life and heal. So today we're going to talk about trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. The abuser love bombs the victim. Love bombing, I made a whole video about it, please check it out. But love bombing is when you're like showering the victim with all kinds of gifts and love and attention and affection and words of affirmation and phone calls and texts and just being like the most wonderful person anyone could ever want, right? This is an act, it's not real, but it's how they bond you. And so what happens is the victim being showered with all this love starts to create the hormone oxytocin, which is a love hormone, which bonds us to the thing that we love. So now through love bombing, the abuser has bonded the victim with the hormone oxytocin. And that is when the devaluing starts, the denigration starts, the minimization starts, the demeaning starts, and then the abuse starts. So first, the victim is treated like a king or a queen, and then the person starts to come off the pedestal and be devalued, and then comes the abuse, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, sexual, financial, all the ways. And what happens is when the abuse starts, the victim begins to create cortisol, which is a stress hormone, adrenaline hormone, which is also addictive. It's part of the reason why people are addicted to fear and drama because of the hormone cortisol, the stress hormone. So we've gone from oxytocin love bombing to cortisol fight or flight trauma response. And this begins to keep us in a cycle of abuse, because what happens is the victim doesn't believe that the abuser is the mean abuser, devaluing part. They believe that the abuser is really the love bombing part. And so the victim is always trying to work their way back to when it was good from when it was bad. And they're like chasing the love bombing part, which becomes less and less as, the abusive, toxic relationship continues. The love bombing becomes less and less, and finally not at all. And they only get the abuser, who is the actual, the abuser is really who this person is. It's really important to understand that people who get into trauma bonds are often very successful people, smart people, intellectual, successful, emotionally intelligent, empathic people. And there is a thing where you blame the victim, like, well, why didn't you leave? But the reason why you didn't leave is because you were literally bonded through trauma and your hormones, and they prey on your hope. And also, you may feel like if you leave, they might kill you, or really hurt you, or your family, or your children. And so if you're a person who's listening to someone finally talking about their abused life and experience, it would be great if you didn't say things like, well, I would have left. I would have never tolerated that. Believe me, the victim already feels shame and humiliation. It's embarrassing to be in a trauma bond, to want love so bad that you will receive abuse. I'm an abuse survivor. I know this well. And when people say, well, I would have left, or why didn't you leave? It's victim shaming. It's not helpful. And the victim already feels bad that they couldn't leave. They've been abused. So it would be great if you could not do that. Not helpful at all. The victims are usually strong, powerful, successful people. I treat abuse victims who are strong and smart and amazing, both men and women actually, And the fact of the matter is that abusers usually prey on awesome people. It's why would they don't want someone who doesn't have a lot going on, because why are they abusing you? To break you down and use all your resources, right? So if you are an abuse victim and if you have been in a trauma bond, there's no shame in that. The abuser should be ashamed. The victims should not be ashamed. And there are things that you can do to get your life back, because you can heal. And that is the most important part of this. You have got to go to therapy to figure out what is inside of you that would let you allow this kind of treatment over a long period of time. And often it's because we come from homes where we've been abandoned or neglected or trauma bonded to a parent who loves us and hates us, right? There's also an addictive quality. The addictive quality is that we are addicted to the trauma. I've met children who, teenagers who had such hard lives when they were little that they don't even understand that it could even be romantic if there's no fighting. Cardi B says, men love a toxic woman. She says it, different than that, but that's her point. And it's a shrewd observation. In this world, there is a lot of drama and we become addicted to it. And if we come from a place of fear and this trauma bonding when we were little, we don't have a shot to have a healthy romance when we're older, because all we know is the trauma bond. And therapy can help that. Therapy can help that. Therapy can help the part of you that is addicted, who doesn't believe that it can really be love unless it's toxic. So you can heal, you can heal, you can heal. That's the point. That's always the point. So thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.